Hey, water bottles and hand models. Hey everybody, my name is Jon, and welcome to ADITW, A Day in the Word, the internet's favorite Bible study. There's a time for everything, people. Time to be born, and a time to die. Time to laugh, and a time to cry. Time to watch, and a time to read. Real quick, I just want to say, I think that was one of my best segues into the reading, except for the fact that you didn't actually read the time for everything section, but still proud, okay? Ecclesiastes chapter 3 begins with the very famous time for everything poem, which ends with perhaps its most famous phrase. He has made everything beautiful in its time. He has also set eternity in the human heart. Yet no one can fathom what God has done from beginning to end. And for me, this verse is at the same time both comforting and convicting, because at the same time, it both confirms and attacks two of my deepest longings. First, it confirms for us that we all have this idea, this inkling, that there's something bigger. You ever have the feeling that there's just gotta be more than this? Like life is more than just pleasure or wisdom or work, like we talked about last week. I believe that all of us at some place have this sense of a bigger truth, a higher plan. Deep within us, we feel this. And this verse, it confirms that that feeling, that inkling, that's from God. He is the bigger picture that all of us are longing for. However, along with that feeling, there's also this deep desire to understand absolutely every detail about that bigger picture, right? I don't know about you, but I want to know exactly how the universe works. I want to know exactly, step by step, what God's plan is for my life. And the second half of this verse tells us that even though we all long for something bigger, that no one can fathom, no one could possibly understand exactly what that bigger picture is. No one can completely grasp God's ultimate plan. And this, of course, is just another way that we try and control our lives, right? And the teacher here encourages and humbles us at the same time, saying, you can feel it, and it's real, it's there, but you will never fully be able to grasp it in this life. But as for the passage that we just read, the teacher here is hearkening back to this idea that the same fate awaits us all. Whether you're smart or dumb, rich or poor, famous or unknown, the same end awaits all. And that end that we're talking about not only includes death, but it also includes God's judgment on the earth, which of course can sound kind of scary. God's judgment! Especially when we read that we are going to receive the same fate as the animals, which, like, I would gladly die with buckets. Anybody else? I don't think so. But it's also important that we read this passage and all of Ecclesiastes and all of the Bible in light of Jesus. Because we talked about earlier how we all have this sense of eternity, though we cannot grasp it. But when Jesus came, he made a way for us to grasp eternity. We read earlier how the teacher tells us, from dust we came, and to dust we shall return. But because of Jesus' redeeming love and resurrecting power, we no longer return to dust when we die. And again, in verse 21, we read the teacher saying how we don't know whether the soul rises up or goes down into the earth after death. But then once again, the promise of Jesus' grace is that our spirit will rise with his. Every question that is put forth by the teacher in this book, Jesus is the answer. You see, with Jesus, we have the guarantee that we've been looking for in the things of this world. All of us are searching for meaning, purpose, love, and belonging. All of us are searching for eternity or that sense of something bigger. Regardless of our backgrounds, beliefs, gender, or color of our skin, all of us are looking for the same things. The problem is where we are looking and finding that purpose, meaning, and love. You see, the reality is that everyone is looking for what can only be found in Jesus. Jesus is the completion of all of that brokenness that you feel. And it is only through relationship with Him that we find that meaning, purpose, love, and eternity that we've been longing for. Hey friends, thank you so much for watching this episode of ADITW. As always, I wanted to let you know yet again, the Tampa show, it's only a couple weeks away. You can still get your tickets for that guy from that video on April 12th in Tampa, Florida. It's going to be a night of spoken word poetry, a night of storytelling, laughter, book signings, selfies, all of the things, and I would love for you to be there. So if you just visit the description or the comment section down below, we'll make sure that you get your tickets. That is all I have for you. I'll see you next week right here on ADITW. I love you all. Keep being awesome.